Hey, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this cold edition of Maryland's Cafe Society on YouTube. Well, it's Saturday, the 26th day of January 2019, and here where we are, it's very cold. Yeah, because it's winter. All right, so how are you? How was your week? What did you do? Did you just do the best you could in terms of keeping warm or no? Well, listen, speaking of the cold temperatures and everything, there was an article that I stumbled upon that said, despite the record cold, well, we're in a new year anyway, but in October of 2018, we got hit with some pretty cold temperatures, and despite all of that, 2018 was the fourth warmest um, year in terms of planet Earth. Now, they've been keeping record since 1850, and the scientist at Berkeley in California says that last year's average temperature was 58.93 degrees, and that's just 1.39 degrees warmer than the average from 1951 to 1980, and about 2.09 degrees warmer than pre-industrial times. Only 2016, 2017, and 2015 were warmer than last year on average. So, hey, why are we complaining? We've had some pretty warm years recently. 15, 16, 17, and 18 have been the warmest. And so I think that speaks to this whole notion of global warming and so forth as well. I just thought I'd bring that up because it caught my attention. All right, so today we don't have any guests, and it's going to be, another short show um, for all practical purposes. We're going to get right into some on this day in history. And listen to this. On this day in history in 1909, the world's largest diamond was found in South Africa. It's called the Cullinan diamond, and it weighed 3,106.75 carats. And of course, this diamond was found at the Premier Mine number 2 near Pretoria, South Africa. It was named after Thomas Cullinan, the chairman of the mine company. Now, its estimate right now today is valued at about $2 billion. Yeah, US dollars, that is. So go figure. Yeah, you can Google the Cullinan diamond just to kind of get a glimpse of what it looks like. Okay, and just a side note, I stumbled upon this. Actually, the Cullinan diamond is the first largest rough diamond from the earth and the second largest rough diamond in the world. Now, the Sergio is the largest carbonado and the largest rough diamond ever found. The Sergio is. Now, its weight when it was found was 3,167 carats, and it was found above ground in Lençois, which is in Brazil, in 1895 by Sergio Borges de Carvalho. Like other carbonados, it is more widely known as the black diamond and is believed to be of meteoritic origin, meaning it fell from the sky. Diamonds falling from the sky, folks. All right. Oh, and by the way, January just happens to be Black Diamond Month as well. So go get you some. Just another side note there. As we look at on this day in history. Also on this day in history back in 2010, the movie Avatar became the highest grossing film worldwide. The epic science fiction film directed, written, and produced and co-edited by James Cameron and it grossed over 2.7 billion United States dollars. By the way, my inside sources are telling me that Avatar 2 is currently in production, set to be released in 2010. And at least three more sequels are in the works. So if you loved Avatar like I did, I see you. Mhm. If you like it like I did, look out for those sequels that will begin to be released as early as 2020. All right, let's get into some cafe news real quick. Some good news. Yeah, did you wake up to the headlines and the top stories this morning? President Trump has agreed to reopen the government for about 3 weeks or so without getting the wall deal that he wanted. Now, it's only temporary, and of course, they're going to be revisiting everything soon. He says he is not conceding, he's not shrinking back. It's just that he's concerned about, you know, government workers, people being unemployed, the economy, because it really is a trickle down effect. And we talked about that last week, how um, the federal workers being shut down, the various agencies, how, well, we talked about a little bit about how it could affect us. But on a larger scale, with the FBI and the CIA agents and other important arms of government not functioning, the effects could be tremendous. So that's good. That's a start, right? Prayer works. Let's hope they come up with something permanent that we will all be happy with, okay? And I think that's the best business news headline that I can give you on this day. So let's jump to stocks on the move. The Dow is up 183.96. So is the S&P 500. It is up 22.43. And the NASDAQ is up 91.40. Stocks on the move. Western Digital Corp is up $3.02, looking real good. So is Starbucks Corporation. They are up $2.35. And Caterpillar is up $4.13. Wow. They've had in 2018, a kind of up and down year. Now, stocks that are not doing so well, Intel Corp is down $2.72. AbbVie is down $5.34. E-Trade is down $1.71. And Next Era Energy is also down $6.08. And that's how things are looking on the stock market. Just in some other general news, this one caught my eye as well. Have you guys heard about this doomsday clock? I don't know. In my head somewhere, I think I've heard about it. Well, the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientist reported on Thursday that the doomsday clock is stuck at 11:58. That's 2 minutes before midnight. And of course, midnight is the infamous doomsday. So they're saying that nuclear weapons and climate change are the two existential risk. Sorry, I can't talk today for some reason, that leave the world dangerously close to the apocalypse. Now, the clock is a metaphoric measure for the world's proximity to global disaster, and they're saying that it advanced 30 seconds last year, and it had also advanced 30 seconds back in 2017, but it did not move at all in 2016. So what happened last year and in 2017 that caused it to advance a whole 30 seconds each time? The time on the clock is the most dangerously close to it has been to doomsday since 1953, when the United States and the USSR began testing hydrogen bombs. So you can go do a little bit more investigation on that. But, again, it's sort of a metaphor for how close we get to doomsday. And right now, we are just 2 minutes away, according to these scientist. All right. And we're going to do cafe talk today. That's why I'm kind of keeping the news and information short. But before we go there, I do want to talk a little bit about the NBA. I have not been able to keep up with the games as much, but in the past week or two, I have caught some games, and I'm just torn between who am I rooting for now, the East or the West? My goodness, all these players making these moves, jumping conferences is confusing me. Am I liking the game or am I liking the players? What's his name? KD and Steph Curry and James Harden and of course LeBron James. All those names stick out, and most of them are on the East Coast now. So I mean the West Coast and the Western Conference now. So I don't know. I'm a bit confused. I am a diehard Bulls fan. Go Baby Bulls. Just wait till next year, people. But and I always professed to be a Eastern Conference girl, but I don't know now. I'm a bit confused. But I have been catching some of the games, and here's what's happening on the Eastern Conference. By the way, in the Central Division, Milwaukee is leading, and in the Atlantic Division, Toronto is leading. In the Southwest, Miami is leading that conference. In the Western Conference, in the Southwest, Houston is leading. In the Northwest, Denver is leading. And in the Pacific, Golden State is leading. So we'll just continue to watch those games and see what happens. And, I have some hard choices to make in terms of am I going to jump ship to and go with the Western Conference and start cheering them on? Who knows? We'll see. Just stay tuned. Okay, so we are going to get into cafe talk right now, and it's inspired by myself. When I look at myself and think about the new year, you know how we do that self-reflection. Last week we talked about how to put yourself in a better financial situation for the coming year and so forth. And so, and doing the reflection for myself and my overall goals and so forth, I thought, am I moving closer to my long-term goals in life? And on those short-term goals, how am I doing? I had to assess everything. And so I wanted to find some ways to make sure that I stay on track with my goals. And I did some work and ran upon Peter Drucker. Anyone who's taken business classes in secondary education in college or university know that he's the go-to guy when it comes to case studies and I guess blueprints or roadmaps that you want to follow in business to be successful. Himself and the Southwest guy. By the way, did you see that? Now this is going back, I think, to around the first of the year. But Herb Callagher, the CEO from Southwest, again another company and CEO that business schools use a lot as models and case studies. He passed away, but we'll talk about that another time. But just kind of getting us back on track with goals and Peter Drucker's method on approaching goals, and it's called SMART. And of course, they talk about how just how important it is to have goals in life, because otherwise why are we existing, right? You want to have something that you're striving to, whether it's a short-term goal, a long-term goal, a serious goal, or just a playful goal. Goals help give us purpose and direction in life. So they help us feel like we've achieved something, and they teach us perseverance and how to tackle challenges and all of that. And so Peter Drucker is saying that our goals should be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. And here's how it's done. Goals should be specific, meaning you're targeting specific areas for improvement, whether it's weight loss, whether it's getting your money up, um, whether it's starting that business, getting that promotion, whatever it is. You want it to be specific. Losing weight is very general. So um, one way to make it more specific is to ask the questions: what do I want to accomplish? Why do I want to accomplish it? Who else will be involved in me accomplishing it? Where will it be done? And which requirements and constraints exist? So let's just take the infamous losing weight goal. What do I want to accomplish? I want to lose weight. And how much weight? Being specific. How much weight do I want to lose? Well, we'll get to that later. All right. But why do you want to do it? To become more healthier, and of course, we want to look better, right? And who will be involved? Hopefully, your immediate circle of friends and family, your support system, right? And then if you go out and hire a personal trainer or join a gym, you'll get some added support there. Where will it be done? Will you be doing this? Um, will you be striving to lose weight just at home? Will it be outside the home? Think about those things, and then what are the requirements and constraints? With weight loss, there's requirements. You got to do a lot of label reading, watching everything that you eat, what you put in your mouth, how it's cooked, how it's prepared, counting calories, all of that, right? All right, so that's the specific, the specific, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say, in terms of striving to reach your goal. Now, next, your goals should be measurable, and you have to look at, okay, what's my motivation? How am I going to manage it? How meaningful is it going to be? How much? Going back to the weight loss. So we want to lose weight. How much? So you get more specific and you say, okay, I'm going to lose 50 pounds. And then, what's involved? How many times will I have to work out a week? Or how often will I have to read the labels and um, count calories and things of that nature? And then how will I know when it's accomplished? Well, we're going to get on the scale and, of course, put our clothes on every day, once a week, or however you want to do it, to measure your progress, right? And those will be your indicators to make it more measurable, how, in terms of how you're striving to reach your goal. Next, your goals should be achievable. We don't want to go way out there and say, I want to lose 100 pounds in 1 month. That's impossible. I want to lose 50 pounds in 2 months. That's impossible. It may not be impossible, but it wouldn't be very healthy, right? So you want it to be an achievable goal. So, within the year, I want to lose 50 pounds. That's very achievable. You're looking at maybe 4 or 5 pounds a month to reach that goal. And that's an achievable goal. Some folks may be able to do it in 6 months, but you want it to be something that you can achieve. It should be appropriate, again, meaning you're not going to put your health in danger by trying to lose 50 pounds in 1 month. It should be something that's adjustable. Okay, so you didn't lose anything in this month in January, but you can always strive again to make things up in February, right? Something that's accessible and ambitious, all right? And questions that relate to your goals being achievable are, how can the goal be accomplished? Again, we talked about that in terms of the things that, the specific things that you would need to do to make sure that you accomplish your goal. And then how realistic is it? Again, making it something that's achievable and not, okay? All right, next, your goals should be relevant. important to you or the people around you, your company, your business, your work, and others in general. It really should matter. It should be a relevant goal and questions that you would ask yourself to make sure that your goal is relevant is it worthwhile? Of course, losing 50 pounds, if you need to, is a worthwhile goal for many. Again, their health will improve. They probably will become better people to those around them, or if they're already awesome people, they will be even that much better towards those people. They will be able to maybe do things that they could not do carrying around extra weight. You should also ask, in terms of the relevancy of your goal, is the time right? Is this the right time to do that? Hey, getting healthy is always the right time, right? Getting your money right is always the right time. Striving to get a promotion or open your business, I think, those kind of goals are always um, worthwhile, and any time is the right time. And then one last question you should consider is, does it match um, the efforts and needs of others, depending on that goal? Obviously, back to the weight loss thing, is it something that's going to be beneficial again to those around you? Of course. Does it involve the right people? Well, if you pull in the right team and they want to see you healthy and get to a good place in life with your health, then yeah. So these are things that you should consider in terms of the relevancy of your goal. And then lastly, Peter Drucker's method of setting goals to achieve them is it should be time based. You know, um, again, to teach you about commitment, to teach you about perseverance, to teach you about never giving up. In some instances, it could be, um, it could cause you to have a sense of urgency. Certainly, becoming more healthy should give you a sense of urgency. And so that's where the whole notion of time and being time based comes into play. Now, some of the questions you would ask yourself when considering this is when? When are you going to start? Next week, next month, 2 months from now in the summer, or now? And what can I accomplish a year from now? Again, getting into kind of putting a time frame on your goals. If you're striving to lose 50 pounds in 1 year, then you want to break it down month to month and say, okay, 4 pounds a month. There's 12 months in a year. So it's quite possible that you could lose the 48 pounds in 1 month, and that would be your accomplishment. And then you just break it down from week to month to to day to year, and that's the method. So I think for me, just saying, oh, I want to lose weight, oh, I want to get my money right and up, oh, I want to, achieve this goal or that goal. Saying it is great. You spoke it out, you put it out there. Now you need some guidelines to make sure that you reach your goals, and goal setting using this Peter Drucker method is a great way to do it. So again, it should be SMART, meaning it should be specific, it should be measurable, achievable, relevant, and time based. Okay, so I hope that helps you. I'm going to start doing this. I've written goals down before, but this kind of gives me a bit more accountability in terms of how I'm going to measure my success, and how close I'm getting to hitting each goal that I have set for myself. And I hope you use it too. Okay, so I hope that helps. It's one thing to speak your goals, it's another thing to set your goals and then lay out the plan to help you achieve them and reach them, and utilize the tools to measure them. All right, so good luck. Check in with me via this YouTube channel or on my social medias to let me know how you are progressing throughout the year with your various goals that you have made for yourself. And I'll do the same. I'll check in from time to time just to kind of let you guys know on there's a lot of goals that I've set for myself. And so the ones that I opt to share with you guys, I'll definitely do that. All right, I believe that is it for this day, this Saturday, the 26th of January. Can you believe next Saturday we will be in February? I'm excited about it. And don't let this weather get you down. Hey, did you check out my blog? I did some blogging. I started thinking about blogging this past Sunday. Couldn't think of anything to write about. Monday, nothing. Tuesday, my juices finally began to flow, and I got a blog out this week. So be sure to go to Marilyn's Cafe Society on the WordPress blog, or you can go to Maryland'sCafeSociety.com, and from the show page, there's a link to the blog to just check out the blog. It talks about, winter and the symbolism or metaphoric symbolism of winter, and how it can affect us and things that we can do to push past it. So don't let the cold, the dark days, and all of that affect you. You gotta have a little sunshine in your heart, everybody. All right, so before we go, oh yeah, remember you can catch me on Twitter. I'm trying to do better with getting on Twitter. That's Marilyn's Cafe Soch on Twitter. You can also find me on Facebook, Marilyn's Cafe Society on Facebook, and right here on YouTube, Marilyn's Cafe Society, and then the blog, Marilyn's Cafe Society on WordPress. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, follow, comment, all of that good stuff. All right, I will love you for it. And we got to look at what love is. And love is, we're just going to say love is, because I did not clip it, love is a deep commitment to change as we all approach reaching our goals this year. All right. And if you don't do anything else, everybody, be sure that you live, you laugh, and you love. As always, it's a pleasure and a privilege. And we'll do this all over again next Saturday right here on Marilyn's Cafe Society on YouTube. Stay warm and dry, and peace. Have a great week.